Hello, Blue family. So, let's talk about guns, okay? I know this is a hot topic all the time on the news, both left and right media. So, majority of the people that are afraid of guns are the ones that they never used one, they never shot one, or they don't know the mechanics of how a pistol, a rifle works, okay? So, if you want to be against something, you need to know how it works. Alright, that's my personal opinion. So, if you come out and say that you want to ban guns for the average citizen, and you don't know how those guns work, well, that's not gonna look really very smart on you. So let's watch this video, and I'm gonna explain a few things to you.
Gun foes in America have discovered a new danger to you and your family. Yes, muzzle loaders, just like the ones they used at the Battle of Bunker Hill. Former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords' anti-gun group has released a new report warning that muzzle loaders, we're not making this up, could be, quote, the next bump stock because they are largely unregulated by the government. This is a shift from just a few years ago when liberals conceded that at least muzzle loaders were protected by the Second Amendment.
Republicans like to pretend that their interpretations of the Constitution are based on the original intent of the words. They insist that what matters is what the authors of those words had in mind. They think of themselves as mind readers of the Founding Fathers. Well, this is what they had in mind when they wrote the Second Amendment, a single-shot firearm that takes a bit of work to reload.
Bonnie Williams is a city councilman in New York, possibly the next mayor of that city in 4 years. Who knows? He joins us tonight. Mr. Councilman, thanks a lot for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the plug.
What's so amazing to me is typically when you have a lobby in Washington on a...
Okay, so as you can see, the liberal media, they're always afraid of guns, right? Because they always want to control the masses, the people that don't understand how things work. Alright, so it's easier for the majority of people to just follow what others say than them research themselves, okay?
Subject, lobbying for agriculture, for example. They know a lot about farming. It's only the anti-gun lobby, the gun control people, who literally know nothing about the product they're trying to ban. What could possibly be the justification for banning muzzle loaders?
Let me give you an example. So, cars, okay? We know how they work with internal combustions, but majority of the people don't actually in depth know how a vehicle works. So what are we gonna do? Just ban cars because they kill people? But okay, that's the mentality of the liberals, and you know the rest of the story.
Well, unfortunately, if you had me on every time there was a mass shooting, it might be every night. But I'm glad to be on here. What you left out is there's actually a company that's trying to jump through a loophole like people do and create a muzzle that can be shot with a silencer that shoots 50 caliber bullets. That can do a lot of damage. Let's say the DC sniper wanted to do something. All you need is one bullet to kill someone. And what we're doing now is actually trying to have a conversation before, because every time we bring it up right after a shooting, you always say now is not the time. And what I come to believe is that we just don't want to have the conversation at all.
So how many crimes do you think in the last, 100 years have been committed with muzzle loaders?
Well, once this new muzzle is created, we just don't know. But what you do a great job.
I'm pretty sure this politician doesn't know shit about how muzzle loader works. So let me show you a video. If you never shot a muzzle loader or you don't know how it works, it's fine. As long as you research and you learn, that's the point, right? So give me 1 second right there. So this gentleman is gonna...
These are 50 grains of powder apiece.
Right there.
We put 2 of those in there. We've got the bullet, 175 grain bullet. Put that into this. This is your sabot. It acts as your gas collector, your wadding.
Okay, so look at that. I mean, if he's gonna commit a mass shooting, I think that's the wrong gun to do it. Okay, I'm not advocating for people to do mass shooting, but I'm trying to let you know what is the mindset of the liberals.
Let's see. Gotta remember which pocket everything's in. This is your setter. It screws on the end of your rod.
You push everything down all the way to the end. So when they...
Down into there.
Alright.
Requires a little force.
That way when you pull the trigger, the primer will be struck, it creates fire, and now the bullet comes out of the other end, right? Pretty normal.
All the way in the bottom. Take this piece back off. Put this back in here. Put that in my pocket.
So it's quite a process to do it. And those guns are for sale right now. Absolutely.
This is
They're great guns. There you go.
goes in here. You kick this down.
And they're great weapons to hunt. You know, the
Close that back up. That's your open action there. Before we just shot its pan, we lost the bullet in the tree. Now the bullet's back behind. Well, the pan is sitting in front of a 2x6, some old wood frame that we found here. Let's see how deep I can bury it into this. I don't know how good the sights are on this yet. Don't know exactly where I'm going with it.
Alright, so you can see the weapons are really loud, okay? They create a lot of smoke. There's some bullets, some way to make them smokeless. I just watched a video earlier, but anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, people, you need to wake up, okay? These liberals, they're trying to run the country down, are trying to tell you that guns are bad because, well, yeah, there's a lot of crimes committed by weapons, which by the way, majority of active shooters, they all have revolvers or pistols, okay? Mass shootings are not done with rifles. Majority of them are done with pistols. So, this is research. These guys comes over here and they try to talk to the public that is uninformed again. You need to understand, you need to research before you just start believing what everybody says on TV.
And it works for you, so I'm not saying you should stop. You do a great job of focusing on these single things when we really
you
need
mean
to
the
have
facts? Yeah, that is kind of
no,
my
it's
trade.
not facts. It's just avoidance of a conversation about guns, and you do it very well.
Well, actually, I'd very much like to have a conversation about guns. So here you have Gabby Gifford's group saying that we need to regulate a rifle, a firearm they clearly know nothing about. A muzzleloader is loaded from the muzzle, from the end of the barrel, the
Yeah,
hole
so
where the
what
bullet
you're saying
comes
is
out.
we shouldn't
and you
talk
put in
about
the
it.
powder, and then the wadding, and then the round.
What I'm saying is,
and the whole thing takes like a minute.
But,
so
you know,
it's not probably going to be responsible for a lot of mass shootings.
Well, a silencer
It's so
and
crazy.
a silencer and a 50 caliber bullet means that one person can die, and we trying to talk about preventative, and you.
Well, clearly this dude doesn't know how suppressors work.
Don't want to talk about reactionary, but the biggest issue, the biggest
hold on,
issue.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Hold on. Yeah, I know you're a gun expert, so you maybe can explain this to me. Why would a silencer have? What does a silencer have to do with the silencer?
Because if you were the DC sniper,
by the
perhaps
way.
you want to shoot a gun that nobody can hear, so you can get away.
Well, this guy watches a lot of James Bond movies, and he thinks that that's how suppressors work. All right, so guys, talk to your family, talk to your friends, inform them how weapons work. I mean, take them out, shoot, show them how fun it is, how safe it is. If a weapon is never gonna shoot itself, okay? There's been cases, yes, where weapons, if you drop them because of the faulty engineering, they can discharge. But again, a majority of the weapons will not go bang without somebody pulling the trigger. Okay, somebody has to pull the trigger for that reaction and the mechanism to start inside the weapon. So you guys be safe, watch your six, and educate some people.